Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday to all my Canadian watchers. I want to say happy Thanksgiving, as today is Thanksgiving. We are back with the messages of the week. My name is Jasmine. I am an intuitive reader. I'm also a channeler as well. So down below, I've got 6 cards pulled out to kind of give you an idea of what this week might pertain to. Okay? Keep in mind that sometimes we can change the outcome if we desire, and sometimes outer influences can also change that. So down below I've pulled 6 cards. What you're going to do is you are going to pick a card that resonates with you, a card that draws your attention. Okay, we have card 1, card 2, card 3, card 4, 5, and 6. So 6 different messages for this week. If you haven't picked one, go back and pause. Alright, so card 1, here we go. We ready? Alright. Okay, we have the 5 of crystals coming in. Alright, usually with it being upright, it means that you have all these things that you need, right? But because it's in reverse, you guys are feeling like there's a lack of resources, a bit of impoverishment, okay? So you guys really need to, I feel that you guys need to be looking in a different area when it comes to resources, when it comes to needing assistance from others, okay? Perhaps reaching out to a friend even. I feel like you guys really, you have a hard time asking for help, and that's something that I'm learning too, is asking for help when we need it, okay? There's no shame in it. It doesn't make you weaker. It doesn't make you less powerful, okay? That doesn't do that, okay, honeys? What matters the most is that you guys reach out and seek that assistance when you need it, okay? There are people that do truly want to help you and help you succeed, okay? I have a feeling that you might need to look online for these resources as well. Something about, it's not so much to do financially, but making sure that there is some kind of abundance, or in ways like food or even clothing, something among those lines. Yes, the money would be great to help with like purchasing those things, but you could take a look at food banks. You could take a look at thrift stores, okay? You could take a look online at different marketplaces that might be available in your area where you can buy things for a cheaper cost, okay? Make sure that you are reaching out to these resources so that way you're not feeling like you have to do everything by yourself and try to manage all of that. That's very anxiety inducing, and I don't want you guys to be feeling like there's nothing available to you. There are resources available to you. Try reaching out to family members and friends, and reaching out to your community as well, okay? Okay. We have the Ace of Crystals in reverse as well, okay? Usually the Ace of Crystals will represent new opportunities and grabbing onto those opportunities. However, this opportunity may have slipped your grasp. They're telling me that this opportunity came up and you missed the boat because you were fearful of this change, or what steps you needed to take in order to go forward with this opportunity. Know that this opportunity will come back around, but at the same token, I get the sense that there's going to be not just that same opportunity, but another opportunity as well. I'm getting the sense that this is more of like a career thing, okay? These opportunities will pop up, okay? you need to step outside your comfort zone a little bit in order to grab a hold of that, okay? And don't be fearful about, you know, what you may be lacking in that kind of section, okay? They will train you. They will give you what you need to know knowledge based, or lead you in the direction that you need in order to fulfill that opportunity in that career, okay? Ooh, card 3, 5 of daggers. Someone's winning. Whoop whoop. I know it doesn't look like it, like that looks, but you're winning, okay? That's good. This week is going to be full of accomplishments for you, okay? Very productive week, okay? Very fast-paced. And you might feel a little bit exhausted by the end of the week, but make sure that you celebrate those small successes, okay? Make sure that you do give yourself a pat on the back for getting them done and accomplished, all right? You're a very hard worker when it comes to something that really stokes your passion. They're saying that you're going to need to rest after this, so take the weekend after this week and find some time to kind of put your feet up, okay? Do something that you enjoy, whether that's reading or maybe watching a TV show, okay? Yeah. Sorry. So they're saying being with friends and family during the weekend, you know, is great and all, but for you after this busy week, okay, it'd be best to kind of just stick with your primary family if you have, like, say, a partner and children, okay? Because you're going to need that time to just kind of, like, take a breather, all right? And not have any plans scheduled for the weekend, okay? Because you're going to need some time for you. That's going to be very important. All right. 4 of daggers, just as I was saying this. Okay, guys, for you who've picked the 4 of daggers, or the card number 4, this is what comes up for you guys. You guys are needing this week to kind of, like, recuperate. It almost feels like a hermit mode, but not a hermit mode, okay? You're still doing things slowly, like picking them up and putting them down, picking them up, putting them down, okay? But you will need to find that time to rest, recuperate, okay? I feel like there's been some kind of argument or fight that you guys had recently, and that's really impacted you. Like, it's really emotionally drained you, okay? So definitely don't push yourselves too much this week when it comes to what you need to do mundanely. You need to find a little bit of R&R time somewhere in this week, okay? Take a day, take a couple hours here and there, okay? As long as you are taking that time to rest. All right? Card 5. The Haunting of Crystals. Haunting of Crystals. Usually when this is upright, this is talking about, like, doing some self-care. But because it's in reverse, you guys are maybe overindulging just a wee bit, okay? So whether that's, you know, overindulging in spending, eating, maybe some unhealthy habits, okay? You know what I mean? Either way, they're saying that you need to pull back from that just a wee bit. There's a difference between self-care and a difference between overindulging, okay? Especially for those that, you know, their therapy for themselves, their self-care is spending the money. So spending money on clothing, spending money on crystals, spending money on like massages, hair, whatever, okay? It sounds like you guys have taken a big lump sum of your finances and have placed it on this self-care, and it's nice to do self-care, but there's a point where it's a little bit too much. Okay, so really tighten up those purse strings, and find different methods of self-care. Okay, if that makes sense. That's what they're saying. Okay, because these overindulgent behaviors are not going to be good in the long run, especially when it comes to finances and also mental health and all that stuff. Okay, because eventually, if say you're running low on finances because you're doing all the self-care on yourself, eventually you're going to look at your bank account and go, oh man, and then you get the anxiety, the depression, the anger, the frustration. You know what I mean? So kind of pull that back a little bit. Pull it back a little bit. The Star. The Star. Alright, so you're not really too sure about what you are doing. There's a little bit of, there's like these little, makes sense. I'm being shown these little fragmented pieces of yourself. So whether you are going through a major healing phase right now and trying to gather those pieces back, or you've gone through a very big emotional exchange that has left you wondering about your own self-worth, about where you want to go. Either way, there is some kind of self-loss. Okay? Who told you that you couldn't do what you wanted to do? Was it you? Probably not. Okay? So this week would be good for you guys to kind of reclaim your power back, reclaim those ideas that you had, and do a little bit of healing, okay? Sometimes we run into people that are very extremely toxic, and those toxic people, they thrive off of taking these little pieces away from us. These pieces do matter. Okay? So consider possibly cutting those cords or disconnecting those cords per se, and finding yourself again. Okay? Because that's what they're telling me, is that you need to go on this little journey to find a few pieces that have been fragmented. It's almost as if they're showing me this crystal. They're showing me this crystal with, like, that it has been, like, impacted. So there's, like, pieces of fragmented crystal everywhere. Rose quartz might be good for you to work with right now as well, as that will bring forth some self-love. Okay? And then that's their message. So work on yourself this week and realize your worth, okay? Let's see. Overall energy. Overall energy this week, we have humor. It says, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So, even if we make mistakes that might be irritating or frustrating to us, at the end of the day, we kind of laugh it off a little bit, right? Like, oh, I spilt my coffee all over myself. Well, you just go, well, that was silly, right? Find some time to watch something humorous. Find that friend that makes you giggle uncontrollably, okay? Find something that will fill that, okay? Because sometimes as adults, okay, we take things extremely serious. And although it is needed, we also need to balance that with humor, okay? Very important that we balance it with humor and see the lighter sides and the lighter notes of our life, okay? When we're serious all the time, it just puts us in the state of roboticness, I find. And it keeps us kind of trapped within this routine and trapped within these negative thinking patterns. We need to kind of inject some humor in there and just find the brighter side of things sometimes. All right? So, leave me a comment down below. tell me how you found my YouTube channel. I'd really be interested. And also, I really hope that you guys have a good week ahead. And please, please take care of yourselves. Bye for now.